What if I told you that there is a super easy way to create between 5 and 60 minutes every single day for your belly dance practice? Would you believe me? My name is Sahira, and I'm here to teach you the beautiful art of belly dance. Here's another question for you. Do you feel like you have enough time for your dance practice? When I talk to dancers about this, the answer is pretty much universally no. Right? Like while we are all given 24 hours in a day to create a life that we love, we are negotiating so many other challenges, right? We have so many people who need our attention, so many different responsibilities in the day. While we juggle all of that, so often the things that we do just for ourselves end up on the back burner, at the bottom of our to-do list, end up falling off of our calendar, and never happen because we are busy taking care of all of the fires that every day throws at us. If this sounds familiar to you, I totally get it, and you are not alone. We all struggle with this. We all have so many different passions, things that we're interested in. I myself, I am a mother and a wife, and I run the household, and I have my own business, and I teach classes, and I perform, and I sing with a barbershop ensemble, and I love to go and spend time in nature, and I work out and visit family. All of these things take up an incredible amount of time, right? All of these things are my life, right? But there are things every day that you want to do. And if you find that they're not getting done, the things that really fuel you as a person, be it dancing, singing, reading, walking in nature, spending time with a pet, spending time with friends, if you feel like you're not getting to those things and you are constantly running on a treadmill and unable to get off to find time for what you love, keep on watching, my friend, because I have something that you are going to love. Time is a complicated thing. I think what's even more complicated is the way that we think about it, right? We think about saving time, making time, wasting time, spending time. It's kind of like a currency in the way that we speak about time. And actually, something that I have often said about time, and I firmly believe this, is that time is our most precious, non renewable resource, right? We only get so many hours, and we know how many hours there are in a day, but the honest to goodness truth is we do not know how many hours there are in our life. And tomorrow is not guaranteed, right? The only thing we're guaranteed is right now, right? And how are we choosing to spend that time? I have spent many, many years complaining about my schedule, right? Complaining about how busy I am and rushing from one thing to another and all of the responsibilities and the to-do list that never seems to get any shorter. Honestly, it always seems to get longer, right? Have you been there? And then I have to admit, I had a moment a few years ago where I was like, well, I am an adult. I am the person creating my life. Why am I doing this to myself? Right? I heard an adage once, and I do not know who said it, but it was absolute genius. The bad news is that time flies. The good news is that you are the pilot. And I think this is really, really powerful when we realize that, yes, there's a lot of control that we have in creating our day, day to day. Yes, we have responsibilities. Yes, I have a child. Yes, I have a husband. Yes, I have to make dinner and go teach my classes and work on, my next big choreography and those sorts of things. But how I manage my day, how I manage my time, and what I choose to spend my time on is largely my decision. And I suspect if you're here watching, you're most likely an adult, and it's probably largely your decision as well. So, this idea has taken me down a rabbit hole, and I've spent the last several years of my life researching the study of happiness, researching productivity, researching essentialism, time management, and all of that. And I'm really excited to report to you that I've gotten a lot better at this, that my to-do lists have gotten much shorter, and my time spent with family, spent dancing, spent reading has gotten a lot larger. What I haven't gotten good at is doing nothing. Like the idea of just like sitting and relaxing, I really suck at that, but that's a personality thing, not a time management thing, let me tell you. And here's the deal. Like it wasn't a time management hack or a new planner or some sort of, special timer or calendar that allowed me to do this. It was really two ideas that really pair well together. One is a mindset shift about how I think about my time, and the other is a series of tiny, super easy to implement ideas that help me choose where my time goes every day. So let me explain to you a little bit about how these work and then stick to the end because I have a fabulous free resource that is going to help you do exactly this with your life too, freeing up more time for what you love to do most. And I know one of those things is dance. While there are lots of massive ways that you can create giant change in your life to really make more time. So imagine like getting rid of your television or finding a new job that allows you to work from home so you eliminate your 45-minute commute into the office, right? These are big. These take a lot of planning. I am not talking about this stuff. I am not talking about anything that's really going to shake the ground and really change the way that you currently live, right? I'm talking about two concepts. One is a mind shift change, right? So often for me, I have thought about things that interrupt my plan for the day, right? Oh my gosh, I had one of these days yesterday, right? I had my list of three big things that I was going to do that day. This is one here, tangent. This is one of the things. I used to have a to-do list that was like really long. We're talking 10, 15 items each day. And if I managed to cross off one, I would add four, and the end of the day seemed like a total wash and was so frustrating. Now I understand how long things take, and I've pared down that 15, and I've realized those 15 things are not that important. What are the three things I can do today that are really going to move me further in my business, in my dance practice, in my personal life, that sort of thing, right? So I had my three things yesterday that I was going to do, and I had it set down. But we just had a huge hurricane here in Houston recently, and I've got roof issues and fence issues, and my doorbell just kept ringing, right? The roofing inspector coming to check it out, and the neighbor talking about the fence, and then the guy who was going to need to bury the cable line in the back. All of these things were happening, and I just kept getting interrupted. And it frustrates me to no end. Those of you who know me know that like messing with my schedule is one of my biggest pet peeves, right? It drives me crazy. If that drives you crazy too, I feel you. Like when I have my schedule, this is the way things are going to go. And if I were queen of the universe, that is how it would always work. But I have discovered, unfortunately, that I am not queen of the universe, and it doesn't always go that way. For years, I found myself eternally frustrated by all of those interruptions, whether they were the fencing guy who's repairing the fence in the back or my daughter needing me for something that was unexpected, right? And then I changed my mindset and I realized these quote unquote interruptions, these are my life. This is living, right? Recovering from the hurricane, repairing the fence, helping my daughter with an unexpected problem, right? The neighbors stopping by, needing something, all of this, all of this is my life. And realizing that took the frustration level from here to like way down here. I'm still a little peeved that I didn't finish my three things on my list yesterday, but I moved them to today. It will get done. It's all good. So mindset is huge. I think when I mindfully approach the things in my day as, in a way, an honor that I get to do these things because one, I am above ground today. Two, I am healthy and able to accomplish them. Three, I have a home that needs repair. I have a family that loves me. Then it becomes a lot less of an annoyance and a lot more of a blessing, right? That's the mindset end of things. Now, the other thing is the tiny little habit changes that I have created to make more time in my day. And this is where we can really make some super, super fast progress that I am super excited to share with you. Now, I could totally make an entire series of videos about mindset shifts and habit changes and how your habits will help you reach your goals. And while that's not what I specialize in, it's something that I study a lot. And if you're interested in that kind of thing, will you let me know? Because I can absolutely do that kind of thing, and we can talk about it more and how it pertains to your dance practice. So a lot of these things are things that I have implemented that you can easily implement as well. One is realizing that everything that you say yes to means you are saying no to something else. So you have to get super, super clear about your priorities, right? If one of your priorities is to practice your dance 3 days a week for 20 minutes each time, let's just say, as I choose like a random number, and you don't make it there, but you realize that you did spend 30 minutes scrolling social media on Friday, that yes meant no to your dance. And this is a really powerful thing, right? Every action we take is a vote for the kind of person we want to become. Am I the kind of person that watches TV every night? Or am I the kind of person that dedicates more time to my dance? Who am I? And if you can identify as a dancer and as someone who dances, that's going to propel you to make those decisions. When you make it a priority, you'll make those decisions. Now, that's also a bit of a mindset shift that's going to lead you to make different decisions in your life. But this is where it gets super easy and really fun. Then I started to look for like little shortcut ways that I could get into my dance space and dance quickly and easily, no matter how much or how little time that I had. And this is totally what I want to share with you now. So let's drill down and get practical. For me, if I'm going to be able to practice, I need to let go of the idea that I need to sort of stand in front of a mirror for 30 minutes for practice to be useful, because that does not happen most days, right? And so if you have this ideal of what practice is and you're going to have this dedicated block of 30 minutes or 60 minutes to practice and it's not happening, make it easier. Many of my practice sessions are like 15 to 20 minutes. Sometimes they're as short as 5. Actually, I practice every day when I'm brushing my teeth. And I always tell my students this. That is, 2 minutes in the morning, or maybe 3. What does the dentist say? 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening. That is 4 minutes of dance right there. Right? 4 minutes of dance. I'll practice my shimmies, or I'll do some like squats and, leg strengthening exercises. And that is no net time practice. That's what I call it. I'm doing something else and I'm practicing. Something I've done before when I am watching a movie with my family, I will put my mufflers on my finger cymbals and I will practice as I watch the movie. No net time practicing. And years ago, I gave up like changing my clothes if I knew I was going to be practicing for less than like 20 minutes. Because I can save like 2 or 3 minutes if I just get into the studio and just wear whatever I'm wearing, right? And so all of these tiny little concepts really add up to more practice in your day. So if this kind of thing is making sense to you and you are jazzed by the idea that you can make some simple shifts in the way that you think and some quick and easy decisions to free up more time in your day to do what you love most, I would love for you to snag this new resource that I have created. I've compiled a list of my favorite easy time creation methods in this free downloadable called Making Time for Your Dance Practice, 12 easy ways to create time to do what you love. And I've given you a few examples from inside the guide. Here's one more, actually, when we were talking about this multitasking thing. So I mentioned watching movie and playing my finger cymbals, brushing my teeth and doing squats. I also love to pull up like my dance videos that I've subscribed to, right? And I'll practice while I'm cooking because I'm stuck at the kitchen, right? I'm at the stove, maybe for 20 minutes. I'm stirring, I'm chopping, I'm doing whatever. And I've got the video playing. I've yet to cut off any fingers, which is great, but I have just like this little space in between like my refrigerator and my stove, and I'm cooking. I have made several messes though, because you're like stirring and you start traveling shimmy and like food everywhere, but it always turns out well in the end. And so ways to multitask to be able to squeeze dance into your practice, understanding that dance practice is not only the time that I am in front of a mirror drilling with my music and my dance outfit on and my hip scarf tied on, that there are so many ways to continually advance your dance, which is going to be good if you are someone with a busy schedule. This is also going to be good if you are someone who experiences some health difficulties every once in a while that doesn't allow you to always get up and feel good and move. Maybe you're recovering from a surgery. Maybe you're recovering from illness. Maybe you're older and you have knee issues and you can't dance every day. There's always a way to practice your dance because practice does not always have to be moving vigorously in front of a mirror, right? So I would love for you to grab this download because I would love for you to find more ease, more joy, more space in your day for whatever you love to do, especially for dance. So you can go now to my website at zaherabellydances.com/time and get this free downloadable 12 easy ways to create time to do what you love most. I am so excited to share these ideas with you. Download it today, take a look at it, and I would like you to pick one thing that you are going to implement today. They are all very simple to implement, but the easiest way to get started is to pick one thing, implement it today, and then shoot me a note or post below. Let me know what you've chosen and what you're going to do with your newfound time. You can find that guide one more time at zaherabellydances.com/time. And I know with this newfound time that I will see you on the dance floor soon.